Okay, welcome. If you've ever tried to create something genuinely new, you've probably heard the same old story, right? The big obstacles are always, well, they're always out there. It's the budget, it's your boss, it's the market. But what if that's not the whole picture? What if the greatest enemy you'll ever face isn't out there at all? Today, we're exploring a powerful idea that the most formidable opponents holding you back actually live inside you. So let's just start with that big question. What really is the single greatest obstacle to game-changing innovation? I mean, for most of us, a few usual suspects probably jump to mind. You know the ones. A lack of funding, a manager who's afraid of risk, maybe a crowded marketplace. And look, those things are absolutely real challenges, but they aren't the primary enemy. In a way, they're just distractions from the real fight.
Yeah, the real fight, it's internal. This is the core idea we're going to dive into. The most powerful forces keeping you stuck are psychological. You can think of them as your inner dragons. And before you can even think about facing them, you have to consciously choose to walk the path where they live. You see, every innovator, every creator, eventually finds themselves standing at this critical fork in the road. It's a choice between two profoundly different journeys, and the path you pick, well, that determines the battles you're going to fight. So let's break down these two realities. On one hand, you've got the hero's path. This one's familiar, right? It's a comfortable circle. The whole point is to fix what's broken, restore the balance, and get back to the safety of the herd. The enemy is always some crisis out there in the world. But then, there's the creator's path. This is a steep, internal climb. The goal isn't to restore the old world, but to forge something entirely new. And on this path, the main struggle is against the gravity of your own soul. Now, the hero's path is incredibly seductive. I mean, it's what we're taught to admire our whole lives. But for a true innovator, it's a trap. It's been called a saccharine poison. The mentors you find there, they're really just teaching you one thing: how to fit back in. So to be a creator, you have to consciously reject that easy road. You have to turn inward, ready to face your real opponents. So, you've chosen the creator's path. Awesome. But now the real work begins. Because before you can build anything new out in the world, you first have to win the war that's raging within. So let's meet the three main forces you'll be up against. Let's give these dragons a name. First up is the shadow. We all know this one. It's that seductive inner voice, the one that's always tempting you with shortcuts. It's the part of you that craves comfort, that loves the path of least resistance, and is always whispering, "Hey, there's an easier way to do this." That's its core message right there. Take it easy. Don't push so hard, just give them what they're expecting. It's that constant, seductive call to avoid the very friction and struggle that are absolutely essential for any kind of real invention. The shadow's main tactic is to get you to compromise. It tempts you to sidestep the genuinely hard work and just deliver something conventional. Beating this dragon is the first crucial step because true innovation is always born from a willingness to master complexity, not run away from it. All right, your next opponent is the soothsayer. Now, unlike your internal shadow, this voice comes from the outside. It's that chorus of cynicism you hear from colleagues, maybe managers or industry analysts, the ones who tell you your big ideas are naive and that your work ultimately won't matter. The soothsayer's message is just incredibly corrosive. It's all pointless. The system is broken anyway, so why even try? It's this toxic belief that tries to extinguish your motivation, that inner fire, before you can even get going. Its strategy is simple. Attack your motivation, make you feel like all your striving is for nothing. So defeating the soothsayer is really a battle for your own conviction. It means you have to shield your inner belief from this external flood of futility and hold on to your vision even when the world is screaming that it's pointless. So let's quickly put that together. You've got the shadow, which is your internal temptation for the easy way out. You've got the soothsayer, the external voice telling you it's all for nothing. And that brings us to the final, and by far the most powerful opponent, the spirit of gravity. It's an internal weight that kind of combines the threats of the other two. This is the final battle. Conquering the temptation of ease and the whispers of cynicism, that was all just training. It was all preparing you for this one central confrontation. This isn't just another dragon. This is the main event. The spirit of gravity is your chief opponent. It's described as a squat dwarf that literally rides on your shoulders. It's this crushing internal weight of bureaucracy, resignation, and utter futility. And this is its ultimate, soul-crushing lie, the whisper of the status quo. This is just the way things are. It's the voice of institutional inertia, the dead weight of this is how we've always done it. The spirit of gravity's whole game is to make you feel hopeless, to convince you that any significant change is just impossible. So victory here isn't about finding some hidden meaning in a broken system. No, it's about creating entirely new meaning by mastering your own internal landscape of futility. And when you finally win this fight, something profound happens. Because you see, the innovator's journey doesn't end with just going back to being comfortable. The reward for winning this internal war is a total transformation. It's about changing from someone who carries weight to someone who actually creates light.
And the first stage of this transformation, you shed that crushing weight. You learn to become a dancer. You start to embrace lightness and laughter and even joy in your work. The intense struggle gives way to this incredible lightness of being.
And at this summit, you're not alone. You're joined by two powerful symbolic companions, the eagle, which represents pride and soaring vision, and the serpent, which represents grounded, earthy wisdom. It's this beautiful synthesis of looking to the sky while keeping your feet firmly on the ground.
And this is the ultimate transformation. You stop being a moon, just passively reflecting the values and the light of other people. You become a sun, a source of light and value in your own right. You create your own meaning for the world.
But there's one last test, a final philosophical challenge that really confirms this transformation has taken place. It's a profound thought experiment, and it's called eternal recurrence. So ask yourself this. If you had to live your current project, your entire career, with all of its soul-crushing frustrations and all of its fleeting victories, if you had to live it over and over and over again for all eternity, would you weep in despair, or would you shout for joy? An unreserved yes to every single moment. That's the ultimate affirmation. It's the sign that you haven't just created something new in the world, you've built a new self. And that is the real work of innovation.